Okay, I've showed you how to install the WAD installer now. Some of you are probably thinking, cool, I got the WAD installer. What do I do now? I'm sure some of you probably had a few games in mind when you got it, but now you're kind of like, cool, it's on my system. What do I get? Well, that's what I'm going to be showing you. Today we're going to be doing NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, from about 1970 to whatever, I'm not exactly sure on the dates, but here we go. Okay, we're going to be starting with one of my favorites, The Legend of Zelda. It's just, that's the whole name, The Legend of Zelda. 1987, one player. As you can see, the graphics aren't great, but it's a classic. One of my favorites. One of the first I got. This one I paid for, though. Out of Wii Shop. Oh, I'm dead already. Well, it's okay. Continue. Now I won't be showing you long, but there are several places you can stop. When you have a full health bar, you can shoot a sword beam, which is pretty cool. Darn it, come here. You get your shield, you can upgrade your shield. You fill the Triforces with about 6 or 7 pieces. You get a whole bunch of items, including a candle, a belt that allows you to pick up heavy items, or push heavy items, sorry. Master sword, or whatever you call it on this one. Keys, bombs to blow up hidden walls. Unlike in other Zeldas, there aren't weird rock formations, so you kind of have to keep your eye out for like really weird breaks in the rock. As you can see, I don't really have anything because I beat the game once and I don't have it anymore. Right, let's go to our next game. Dragon Quest, let's go to Zelda 2. Unlike Zelda 1, where you get to play as Zelda herself, so I hear, you play as Link. It's called Zelda 2, Link's Adventures of Link. 1988, one player. Now this one's far different from any other Zelda game I've ever played. Mainly because Link has experience points, kind of like a role-playing game. I got pretty far before I got confused on what to do. You start off in this little place right here. I'm assuming that Zelda's sleeping up there, and for some reason she won't awake. Let's go back in there for a second so I can explain something. Life bars, magic, and this is how much you have till the next level. And every time you die, it restarts, which is a pretty big pain. This is how high your attack meter is, which means you can kill enemies faster. Watch how enemies appear. See, a little black shadow appears, and depending on what it is, they kill you. There are like a whole bunch of low-level monsters, like that little slimy right there. If you run out of magic, you can kill monsters, and sometimes they'll drop this little vial right here. You press the one button while crouching and pick it up. Overall, it's a pretty fun game. I suggest it for those who are nuts about upgrading it, kind of like World of Warcraft, but of course there's a lot more, it's nothing really like World of Warcraft. Yeah. It gets kind of maddening after a while, because you die a lot. The monsters in this game are very strong. These guys are particularly annoying. Okay, next game. I think I'll take you to Dragon Warrior, which is a really fun game. if you've ever heard of Dragon Quest VIII for the PS2, I suggest that. There's also Dragon Quest Swords, which is an evolution of these games right here. Dragonware, 1989, one player. Very good game. I prefer Dragon Quest III though, as I've said in another video of mine. This one I haven't played a lot. I downloaded them all about the same time. Yeah, I'm right at the beginning. So you'll be experiencing this just as much as I will. You start off, there are about 3 things. The controls are kind of stupid, but it's really fun. You talk to people, you have to be within, like, they have to stand, like, right next to you. There's stairs, so when you're standing on stairs, I'll show you that in a second, you have to press the stairs button in order to go down, which is kind of archaic, but it's not bad. There's door, which means you interact with doors, like sometimes they'll be locked. Items, your spells, and take. See, you can't walk down them, you have to go to stairs. In later versions, like Dragon Quest III, you don't have to do that. Here, let's talk to this chick real quick. Where can I find the princess, whatever that chick's name is? I can't pronounce that. Well, I probably could if I tried, but I'm not gonna. There are a whole bunch of towns you can go to. See, like, it's really close, this town right here that you start off with. Armor shop, you can tell because of the sword. You level up like you would in any other game, or RPG games. This is an RPG. I give this out of a 3 out of 5. HP, MP, gold, and experience. Let's talk to the merchant real quick, and then I'll go to Dragon Quest II real quick. Try and get through all the NES games I have. A bamboo pole, which is of course pretty weak, but starter weapon. Club, copper sword, clothes, leather armor, small shield, all increasing in price. And gold is relatively hard to obtain and keep, because if you die, the monsters will rob you. Yeah, that sucks. Since you've already seen a Dragon Quest game, I'm going to skip to Mario. Super Mario Bros. It's a really fun game. 2-player. Not like at once, but you can switch off switch controllers so like a second person that's playing with you. I haven't done it yet. I like playing by myself. You might have recognized this, of course. It's a really good classic. If you ask your mom or dad, they might remember this. Missed him by an inch. Koopas. Oops. There we go. Another flower, I don't need that. The levels are pretty simple to beat, but they get progressively harder in my opinion. You can of course go down, oops, got caught. That sucks. At the end of every level there's a flagpole and a small building. Next I'll be taking you to Dragon Quest II. If you have the Wiimote paddle, there are a lot of good games. Next time, I don't have my Wiimote paddle with me, but I'll show you about The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past,